the tension ratchets up.
Yeah.
And there's this one moment in Double Jeopardy where you objected to...
Yeah, and
Yes, because it's not a land
And I
dance.
did
stand
too.
by
It's
it.
not.
Let's fucking watch this shit.
I still think it's erroneous.
Wacky Fed obituaries for 600.
Not mobituaries. Here we go. Funeral services for this line dance will be held on the nearest cruise ship, featuring a special performance by Los Del Rio. Katie.
Oh, no, line dance. Okay, sorry.
Time's up, I'm afraid. Lisa Ann.
What is the electric slide?
Also incorrect.
Because a line
A line
dance.
dance.
That's the Macarena. Los Del Rio gave us the Macarena.
That's what I thought, but that's not a line dance.
You know what's so funny is that is absolutely the corner talking to the judge after a PI where he goes, I wasn't holding. Like you can see on the cameras when they're like talking to the line judge, I wasn't grabbing the jersey.
If I can describe it live, and I don't think this is going to make any sense, but when you're hearing a clue and it's live, it maybe it's my ADD, but you really just hear a couple words and you try to take those words and make it into something. And I heard Los Del Rio, right? That's what it is. And I knew that's the Macarena. It was stupid. I shouldn't have gone back to line dance. I should have just said it because either way I was going to lose the money. I'd already buzzed in. I should have just said it. I think something in my brain was like, oh, you're going to look real stupid if you say the Macarena's a line dance.
Is that what the
everyone's
thing
going to
that
laugh
was?
at you.
So line
I
dance
just
itself-
instead, line dance made me go, because Los Del Rio, I was like, Macarena.
Yeah.
And then I went, oh, shoot, line dance.
Yeah,
Did
I
they have
just-
another song? And instead of that, I should have just said Macarena, but I didn't.
We are playing this under protest.
Yeah.
Line dance, just according to dictionary.com, or the Oxford languages here, a country and western dance in which dancers line up in a row without partners and follow a choreographed pattern of steps to music.
Yeah, it was an erroneous.
Choreographed pattern of steps to music. Somebody argued to me that
country and
when you
western.
do the hey Macarena and you jump and turn,
Yeah.
that makes it a line dance. And I get it. I could see that. Again, the fault was my own. I should have just said Macarena. I clearly knew it, and I clearly second guessed.
You know what's
So
crazy?
I just.
When you just did that, it fired me up to do the Macarena. I don't know why.
Do you want to just go through it right
And
now?
when you just when you like did it, you go, and then you put your hands on your hips, and then you go,
Hi. Doing that weird
That's why
noise.
I was like, dude, I don't know why.
Yeah,
No
glad we
wonder
got
that thing
that out.
caught on.
Yes.
It's like smelling gas at a gas station. You're like, what is that?
What do you know about that?
I used to know about it.
Dan has no sense of smell. Sorry, go
She
ahead.
likes to rub it in my face because I'm disabled.
Oh, that's right.
He's not disabled.
I am disabled. If you lose a sense.
I guess technically, yes.
Wait, so what we're saying is that gas being a thing one would huff for Dan Soder is a Soder fact.
No, she
Kind of.
thinks it is.
He speaks on things he doesn't know. It's technically, it's a
I
soda
know what
fact.
gas smells like.
No, you don't.
I had a sense of smell. You act like I've
When?
never had a sense of smell. I've had a sense of smell up until I was like,
12?
no, like 30.
I don't know. I don't trust that. He says that, but I don't trust that.
I truly think COVID knocked it completely
You
out.
said it was smoking. You used
It
to
was-
say
that
it
was
was
why it was-
smoking.
well, that's
Because
what
he used to
deadened it.
smoke and then breathe it out his nose, which is
Fucking badass.
insane. It's insane.
Sorry, I'm a fucking badass.
Insane. Also started smoking at an age that'll make you gasp.
What
12.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
not-
Still playing with action figures
hell yeah.
and smoking.
I gotta say,
So funny.
that's pretty bad.
Yeah, that's the
very
joke from your special that I found very funny was that he would take a break from his action figures and smoke. Be like,
Yeah.
gotta figure out what's going on.
I loved it. I love smoking cigarettes.
Yeah,
Please make
so
a
did I.
non-cancer causing.
Yeah, make them good again.
And then I'll be right back, baby. Baby,
Anyway.
I'll be right back.
We go to Triple Jeopardy.
We do,
We
as
do.
one does.
And the category, I want to be inside of my head for a second here.
Sure.
Because when this category, blank and blank, gets revealed,
You're like, dude.
I'm thinking to myself,
Word category.
anybody who's watched Pablo Torre Finds Out knows that Dan Soder has declared Katie an amazing word category player.
She is.
And I'm like, she's going to nail this. And so here's how that went.
Let's go with blank and blank for 1,200.
Answer there. Also a daily double. Now it's a chance for you, Katie, and you'll be wagering from the lead. How much will it be?
I'm going to wager 3,000.
Okay. For 3,000, here's your clue. Blank and blank. Used together, these words are synonymous with intrigue and secrecy, and they sound much cooler than poncho and knife.
What is cloak and dagger?
You got it. You extend your lead.
Great. Great stuff.
Yeah, what was your thought process as you're trying to clearly like taking a beat to figure out how much money am I wagering on this?
Nothing. As I'm doing I'm gonna wager, my brain's just going 7, 3, 4, 5, 16. All of it, none of it. There was
None
no,
of it?
there
Zero.
was no.
I want a zero daily double.
I would like to say that I was going, okay, carry the 1, and if I do this, then I can. I don't.
You're just
I'm not strategic.
doing the
Did it feel
Macarena in your
different
brain.
than-
I would like the lesson from this all to be that the least strategic person on earth is me, and I wish I had more of that in me so that I could then do things like I don't know, figure out what I should wager in situations like this or in Final Jeopardy. But instead, it was just like, what am I comfortable losing?
right.
I guess. What is like, I won't be mad at myself if I get this wrong. So I didn't want to do like 10. I didn't want to do all of it because I knew. If you remember, my first daily double was puce, I think, and I got that wrong. Like, there have been daily doubles that I think I'm going to get right, and I get them wrong. So I didn't want to, like, wager. What's wrong?
No, I was asking, was there a triple Jeopardy of the semifinals? You got all 3 daily doubles. You did a true daily double, you did 5, and then you did 5. Was there any... Obviously, the difference is you were coming from behind in the semifinals, but now you've got the lead. Did that change the betting strategy that much?
The easiest daily double bet I made was my all-in, which you would never think. But I was so far behind, and I needed it so bad that I was like, all of it. This is my only chance to catch up. This time, when you're in the lead, you're like, if I go all of it, I go to the back of the room if I miss it. And if I don't do enough, which I then later found out I didn't, so I don't like that part. I don't like where it's up to me.
It's the reverse Kyle Shanahan. Katie Nolan with a lead.
Yeah. I don't
is
like it.
in her own head, the
Yeah, I don't
opposite
like
of 49ers coach Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah, because you don't want to squander your lead.
Right.
But I could have pulled way ahead, but instead I was like, I don't know.
And so things tighten.
Yeah.
Mo Rocca nails his own daily double. He goes all in.
He went all in. He said he wanted to
Unapologetic.
make it a good game, which he
Yep.
did.
Well, I want this to be exciting for people.
Mo,
So
do it.
I'm
do
gonna,
it.
I'm gonna do it all. I'm playing with the charity's money, and I feel really irresponsible. But go big or go home, or
You're doing this
get
for the
shunned by society.
You're doing this for the people.
Yes.
All right, for the viewers out there. Here's your clue, Mo, in I'm Just Ken. In 2023, this documentarian released his latest film, a 4-hour series examining the rich history of the American buffalo.
Who is Ken Burns?
That is correct, yeah. And you just took the lead, Mo.
Wow.
$21,100 for Mo Rocca.
God bless you.
God bless him. I love the
19.
90s too.
$19,500 for Katie Nolan. Lisa Ann Walters, $13,800. Headed into Final Jeopardy. And you know how this works. Before the first commercial break, they reveal the category. And this is what they said.
All 3 of you with very respectable scores, but it's going to come down to this. Here's the category you'll be making your wagers on, folks.
Oh, God.
Literary cliches. The clue is coming their way in just a moment. We'll be right back.
Words. Words. Words.
And
gonna
I
be words.
stood up in my living room, as aforementioned, knowing that this is
It's words.
the meatiest
She's got it.
fastball
It's words. I
category.
looked over at Dan in the audience because I was like, all of it? And he was like, all of it. So I was like, okay, let's do it.
Katie, you had nailed animal idioms.
I know.
No one has been, I don't want to rub it in. We should just play Final
Yeah.
Jeopardy.
Yeah, go ahead.
We are about to crown our Celebrity Jeopardy
I don't need
champion
to
and
watch.
give away $1 million to their charity. The category is literary cliches. Let's reveal the clue. Many mystery fans blame The Door, a 1930 Mary Roberts Reinhardt novel in which a servant kills a nurse, for this 4-word cliche. 30 seconds, players. Good luck. Lisa Ann Walter will begin with you in 3rd place, but with an impressive $13,800.
Thank you.
What 4-word phrase did you write down?
I love
What
this.
is The Butler Did It? That is correct. I apologize.
So obviously I didn't get it right. But wait, I love this.
The Butler Did It. Lisa Ann, you're going to add to that score. What did you wager? Almost everything. Wow. $27,500.
Right
and
here.
for the moment, you're in the lead. Katie Nolan had second
she goes,
place with $19,500.
I love it.
Did she know The Butler Did it?
No.
The doctor is in. I'm
Four
afraid
words.
not. It is
Half
4
credit?
words. I'm afraid not.
Half credit's
Okay.
great.
So we're not going to be able to accept that. Oh, you wagered everything, dropping you down to 0. Big wager, Katie.
Boy.
Mo Rocca had the lead.
That's my favorite. That's one of the most Katie moments of the whole thing.
You know the butler did it?
He did
I'm
it.
so sorry. He did not. He wagered $20,000, knocking him down to $1,100. Lisa and
That eruption that you heard, not from Lisa, but from the crowd, was exactly like, remember that 3rd and 14 when the Chiefs picked it up against the Niners and everyone around you stood up and clapped? I was like, I was just like, oh, yay.
The butler did it. Never.
speaking of which,
has never,
I'm sorry to-
has never just I never would have guessed that.
I didn't get that
I was,
either.
for some reason, I was focused on the nurse part of it, and I went full Peanuts because the doctor is in. It's from the Peanuts.
Lucy's
It's
sign.
Lucy's sign. But I couldn't think. I was like 4 words, nurse. Those were, for some reason, I did not focus on the word servant, and I think that's because I don't like to use terms like that. you
Oh my
understand?
God, you'll never
I
have
don't
a
think
Kelly
of a butler
Osbourne
as a
moment.
servant. You know, I think of him as my contemporary.
Donald
in the
Trump,
sense that
who is gonna
in the
scrub your
sense
toilets?
No, but it's so it didn't. And then people were pointing out to me that like after the Malcolm Butler interception in the end zone, there was merch that said Butler did it, and I'm like, it didn't even
That's also an obscure,
nothing. Not to me. It shouldn't
Yeah.
be to me, but
Yeah,
I did
true.
that never. You know, there's some things that
No,
you just
that's a
until
good-
and now I
pretty good
bet
burn.
I'm gonna see that phrase everywhere because it's just never really registered with me, and now it's gonna be the only thing I see.
I'm going to come home and turn on a black light, and all over our walls is going to
The
say,
butler did it.
The butler did it. I'm like, oh, no.
I will be murdered, and it will be the butler who did it. It'll just this is all going to be part of an arc.
A guy delivering you room service is going to give you PTSD.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Just the psychology of you've just lost and your emotional temperature goes to where?
Honestly, and I don't want to just sound like I'm saying this. Honestly, I think if it had been Mo, I would have been more upset.
Mo upset?
Lisa Ann was just so sweet, and she was really smart, and she played the game really well. And
She was
just
super stoked to win.
The look on her face when she won.
She almost started crying. I think
She did. She cried.
Yeah, she, like,
shed
the way
tears.
she like gasped and was like,
And it
because
was-
she said like, haha, I'm in the lead for now. She did not think at all that she was going to win. And so when she did, I was shocked that Mo got it wrong. And I was really happy for her.
She multiple times was like, my mom was such a big Jeopardy champion, and that clue I knew because of my mom. It really really was a moment for her, and she was very sweet and just so excited about it. That was fun to watch.
And I'm also shocked.
I was mad and very
Yeah, I have you as like the Dallas Cowboys fan who's punching his television.
yeah. I don't get that angry. I get like when people I love lose, it's different than cheering a team you love. Because when you're cheering a team you love, there's frustration, but there's a distance because you don't know that team, you don't know those people, you just cheer them on. When it's someone you love, there's a connection, so there's an immediate sadness followed by an anger, and then back to sad. It's a sad sandwich. You got the bread is sad, in the middle the meat is angry, and you're like, damn it. But then a swell of pride. Give me a side of pride. Because I was just like, and the first thing I said to her, I was like, you did so
Yeah, what's the post game like? How do you
Just super
when
proud
do
of
you
her.
guys get to
It was honestly I felt the same, not exactly the same, but I felt pretty close to how I felt after she had won the semifinals, which
Right.
was I was just like, I kept trying to tell Katie, like, look how cool this is. Look how cool you are. You just did so fucking awesome. And you almost won it. You missed one big question that cost you the game, but you were fucking in it. And you were in it till the end. And I was just very like, and still am. We were watching last night. I was like, this is so cool. I'm so proud of you. I kept like hitting her and high-fiving like I had never, like I wasn't there. Because we love Jeopardy. We watch Jeopardy. It's a thing that through the pandemic we got into with certain characters. We just R.I.P. Trebek. You know, not liking Jennings as the host and loving him now as the host, getting to meet him, all that stuff. Katie's arc on the show, beautiful run, and something that it was like one of those things where just as her, fiance, I'm just like, dude, this is so fucking cool. And I'm so proud of her. And the way she busted her ass, like to learn before the finals, it was just awesome. And it was like, we learned it was Mo Rocca, and it was kind of like, oh shit. Like, when it found
when
out.
I found out, I was like, okay.
Yeah, when we were like, at least nothing against Lisa Ann Walters, we
I
were
will
like this
say-
excited. But when we both found out it was Mo Rocca, it was like you're fighting Tyson.
I should
we were
say,
like, oh,
when I got admitted into Harvard University,
yeah.
I went to the admitted students gathering, and the person who spoke was fucking
Jeez
Mo
Louise.
Rocca.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, really?
He was the literal vision of like the smart guy.
Yeah.
It's like
He's
you
like
can be
stereotypical
like
smart man.
Truly.
He looks
That's
like
why
one, too.
Katie staying in it and doing as well as she did. I was like, come
Oh,
on.
it was like
Bub, you're unbelievable. She's just the best.